Welcome, everybody, to the very first episode of Ladies First.
Yay!
Woo! Thank you. Thank you, guys. We are so excited to be here presenting the show to you guys. Thank you, studio audience, for joining us, supporting us. All our followers on social media, you guys have boosted our spirits, our energy, and we're so excited to bring the show to you guys. So let's start off the show with brief introductions. Let's start to my far right.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Afriye Randall, better known on Ladies First as Dr. Free.
Yes, Dr. Free.
So I am a real doctor. I just don't play one on TV. Now I'm on TV, guys. Mom. Oh my God. No, I'm just kidding. So I am a doctor, an author, and a public speaker. So I'm bringing all of my knowledge and my life experience to Ladies First.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am Emma Johnson, and I am an entrepreneur. I have my own business in financial services, as well as a clothing line called the Asher Collection, as well as an event planning production. And I bring a lot to the table as well. I can bring fashion as well as the money bag, and then also the planning piece. So happy to be a part of this. Thank you.
I don't know how I follow those introductions, but my name is Shawn Scott. I am a nurse and a mother. I'm a hospice nurse, to be exact. I love my work. I love my family. And I am entering what I call my second life. So this whole multimedia industry that I'm in now is what I'm doing now that my children have grown up and left the nest. So I have gotten into radio. I got my start at 97.3 The Beat under the tutelage of Mr. John Covington, who is my media mentor.
Big brother.
Yes, he's in our studio audience. And the last year or so, I've been in LA and Chicago doing some acting and podcasting and a lot of other things that are so exciting to me right now. So that's my spiel. I'll turn it over to our girl here on the left.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Holly Young, better known as Holly Rock.
Yes, rock, Holly Rock.
Everybody want a Holly
Rock.
Rock.
I am an entrepreneur as well. My focus is on group culture, team building, and bringing people together to bring out their best selves, to work best for themselves and for people around them. So this whole group dynamic that we have here is really, really popping. So we came together, the four of us, and we didn't all know each other. And through the course of these last couple of months, we have figured this stuff out.
Absolutely.
I haven't been told whether or not I can cuss yet, so I need some clearance on that. Oh, I can cuss.
Oh,
we
Lord.
figured a whole bunch of shit out. And
There's
we're
the first cuss
together.
word.
Right. There's going to be more to come, I'm sure. Keep tuning in for more. But yeah, so group culture. I'm a mom. I am a friend, a daughter, a sister. So all these things together that we all bring to the table. Ladies first.
All right. And we are popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to get right into the show, guys. So our first segment, which we like to call Mocha Express, which was named by our very own Emma. Yes, I'll let Emma tell you guys a little bit more about her segment of the show.
So I always think that we need to have something that's our own, a signature. And so we came up with the name, or at least the name Mocha Express. So mocha is a very fine quality coffee, and then the express is what we're going to do. We're gonna make some expressions, and then we're gonna make it quick, and then we're gonna move on.
Yes.
So, all right, that's what we're gonna do.
Absolutely. So our first topic in the Mocha Express is something that I wanted to bring to the table. And recently, we're all on social media platforms, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody's on Instagram,
Mhm.
Snapchat, Facebook. And recently, Instagram has made a ban on physically altered photos, which it's dear to my heart because I mentor young girls. And I run across a lot of young women that have, altered body image, body dysmorphia,
Yes.
and low self-esteem. They're not confident because of the things that they see on social media. Especially a lot of celebrities, they have a lot of plastic surgery, but they don't disclose that.
Right. Right.
And young girls see these photos, they see altered photos, filters, things of that nature, and a lot of plastic surgery, and they think that that's how you're supposed to look naturally. And they aspire to be that. And when they know that their natural body is not made that way and it can't be altered, it, makes their self-esteem plummet. So I'm super happy that Instagram has at least taken a step to ban some of those photos. Dr. Freed, you have a young daughter.
I
How
do.
does she deal with the things that social media portrays in
You know what?
our children's lives?
I don't know if I can. Honestly, my daughter, I've always taught her to always be herself. So when I come to her job, I bring the money home and I tell her, what is your job? And your job is to be the best version of you. There's only one you. And that's so I teach her that. I mean, my daughter at 5 was wearing like foxtails, if y'all know my daughter, fox and cats. So
She loves
she
wolves.
did. She loves wolves. So and cat ears. And then, a year later at her elementary school, everybody had cat ears. So she's being the
she's
being
the
the
trendsetter.
example. That's right.
Right.
So,
So,
but I'm teaching her to, love herself, be herself. So we're all good at the Randall household.
All right.
And I can understand Instagram wanting to do that. They want to keep the integrity of their platform. I mean, why not? So,
Well, they can try. I think they lost
But-
integrity a long time.
Do you think
well, hey, I'm not on Instagram, so I'm just saying that if I want to put the realness out there as an owner, then I would want that to happen.
But do you think it's really going to happen?
They've already started doing it.
So how will they find out?
Well, because there's certain apps that you can
Okay.
download on your phone. If you've seen like in a lot of Eastern cultures,
Yeah.
They enlarge their eyes
Yeah.
and their lips and make their faces look more like anime characters.
Yeah.
So they
Wow.
banned those apps. So the apps can't even like get through their firewall. So
Okay.
that's how they've started to do it
Yeah.
already. So
Well,
yeah.
shout out to Instagram. That's
Thank
what's up.
Wow, we
I
are so
agree.
driven by that.
Yes.
Definitely.
Well,
Love
so
Instagram.
great. As we move into from that topic, the next topic is jealousy versus envy. I think that has a lot to do with that, and we can segue. So I was on vacation last week. I was in Jamaica, and I was having a
Yaman.
conference. Yeah, Yaman.
Yaman.
I have a conversation with my husband talking about jealousy, envious, and we're 4 women. We're here, and we want to project a positive image to let
Yes.
people know that women, we can work together.
Yeah.
That we're
Yeah.
not back.
We're not Real House of
Yeah,
Atlanta.
we're not trying to
Yeah.
pull
No.
each other down. Where we want to lift. So I just wanted to try and put a positive twist on jealousy and envious. So jealousy is having a fear, and you think that somebody is going to take something from you.
Yeah.
Envious is where you're coveting something that someone has. So if you a person and you have fear, work on yourself inward. Work on your self-esteem, your self-confidence. Try
Well,
to.
do you feel like jealousy and envy are just like natural human traits? Like, don't we all at some point in our lives have felt jealous or envious of
Yeah.
somebody? I think it's more about like what you do with those feelings.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that's
Agreed.
why I say
Agreed.
you take it and make it a positive. I mean, if you do, sometimes you might want to keep it inward, but at least acknowledge it and then work on it.
Right.
And so I just think that we as women, we need to come together, support one another. And even though those words are common, let's take it and flip it. And if you need to, read some books or go to some type of workshop, to help you, like
Just
anger
get your
management.
own life
Right.
together and
Thank
stop
you.
being
Thank you.
jealous
I
and
ain't gotta be
envious of
envious
other
if I
people.
got
I
my
can
own
say,
shit.
Right.
You know
but
what?
It's here. I mean, people are. They're
I'm
jealous.
low-key
They're
envious
in
of this skirt. Like,
She's giving us
can I borrow it? Like, at
and
some
envious of
point.
her pictures in
Asher
Jamaica.
collection, I bet
How
you.
about
you.
that?
I know. Is it Asher collection? Or
Oh
not?
wow! Yes.
But I
Okay.
can say
No.
I've been envious. Like
Yeah.
even looking at social media, very
Yeah.
transparent. I mean, I've seen my other friends like, wow, they're really moving along, or just even their business ventures, and I feel that
But does
that's
it motivate you?
Right.
It does,
And
and
that's
that's
what
what
it
I was going to
should.
say.
Yeah.
Turning that around, like I
Yeah.
felt that, and I'm like, I'm low key hating right now.
Right.
I'm like this, and then I'm like, I'm tripping, and I've been able to,
Check yourself.
check
Or
myself,
you wreck
and,
yourself.
and that at those points, at those times, I'll, say an encouraging word or make sure I like it, or
just go write a whole book.
listen.
Right.
Thank you,
All I'm
published
saying-
author.
Acknowledge it. It's real. It is real.
Yeah.
But I think we can take that and make it into a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Beyonce told me I'd rather be crazy than jealous. That's what I know.
Well, let's
Okay.
go to the left, to the left.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Queen Bee, it's a whole Bible on her that we could all follow.
Exactly.
So I also want to touch on real quick to the passing of NBA great Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
So let's acknowledge him and his daughter Gigi.
1 second of
Oh,
silence.
Yes.
Yeah.
1
Okay,
second of
one.
silence.
All right,
Time
we're
out.
back.
Yes,
We're back.
absolutely. But in the wake of that, another topic in Mocha Express that we wanted to talk about was men,
Yes.
having to repress their feelings and
Yes.
emotions. And I want Holly to speak more on that
Yes.
because that's her topic.
It is.
So.
It is my topic, and it's something I really feel passionate about. That I do a lot of work with people expressing their emotions and trying to bring the best out of people. And unless you're your authentic self, you are not bringing your full self to the table. And I think that the culture that we live in tells men you have to be strong even at your weakest moments. And so when I saw these NBA players who truly knew this man,
Yes.
not just as someone who, like myself, watched and my kids might emulate, but really knew him, knew his family, and they felt uncomfortable being truly emotional, that hurt my heart. That's a problem.
But Shaq did a good job.
Shaq did a wonderful job.
Shaq had me in tears.
Yes, Shaq was in tears, and he worked through that. And even when they tried to move past it,
He
because
said
they tried to move past
they
it,
did.
and
You're
he was
right.
like, "No,
He brought
I'm
it
not
back.
done yet."
Yeah.
And was like with the tears on his face, was willing to say what he truly felt. And I just feel like when these truly tragic moments happen, it shouldn't take something on this scale to let our men know it's okay to have your emotions. It's okay to express yourself.
Absolutely.
It is okay to have feelings and let the people in your life who really care about you know about that. I don't express my feelings to people who don't know me either. So I'm not saying like run around the stores crying.
Right.
What I am saying is when you're around people who you know, who you trust, and when you are really, truly hurting, invest in yourself.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
But do you believe that there's a point that is too much crying?
Yeah, I don't need
Too
toast
sensitive.
of crying.
I mean, do you want to cry, baby? Man, I mean, it's a point now. I
It's
mean,
a balance.
You know,
Why put limitations on it though? I mean, you got to pick a side, man.
I mean,
Pick a side.
listen.
You want him to be
My side is
emotional.
that if I would cry about it, you can cry about it too.
I mean,
No,
there's a purpose.
I want the man crying over me like Keith Sweat. Cry all the time.
Right.
If you feel like it. Cry after sex, before,
Oh.
during, whatever.
Hey.
It's an appointed
But I had a
time.
girlfriend.
It's an appointed
Fine.
time.
Her
Fine.
boyfriend cried all the time, and she couldn't take it, and I couldn't take the stories. I'm like,
Right.
come on, sir. And I'm like, girl, did he cry? I know he was
I
crying.
just feel like we
I
can't
can't.
we can't say we want them to show more emotion and they should be able to, but then put a limit on it. Dr. Free.
You know what you
Well,
want. I think that everyone knows what they want, right? Like you're okay with it.
Ooh,
She has
we can have a
to
crying
face it.
discussion, like I do with
Okay.
my child. These are the reasons that you cry. I do. You cry when you hurt. You cry. I do.
Jodeci made a whole song.
Baby, I did.
Don't get me
Cry
started.
for you.
Yes.
Y'all
Come
get
on,
it?
Jodeci.
Play it. Yes.
Absolutely.
So they was
Y'all
crying,
better stop
baby, I'm
sleeping
begging, baby,
on
I'm
Devontae
begging,
Swing.
begging, baby.
Listen,
Yes.
before we get into some really nice urban harmonies from the 90s, let's go on to our next topic.
All right.
Yes.
traveling Black women specifically.
Yes, it's picking up right now.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think we're seeing a lot of media. A lot of us were, dare I say, hood rich. If you know that term, it was,
tax time coming up now.
and we're about to see it.
We
Tax
all
man.
gonna be in Jamaica in February.
Also known
No,
as
they go to
Taxmas.
Miami with taxes, girl. What are you
Okay,
talking
sorry,
about?
sorry.
Miami.
The thousandaires. That's how
Miami.
far they can
That's
go.
it.
Miami.
So I mean, women are doing their thing. We're seeing more people taking advantage instead of those Christmas time. You know, getting the kid the new whatever the new video game is, whatever the new gaming system is.
Whatever.
You know, I for one am trying to create good memories.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I see
Yeah.
people doing that, people in the culture just going out and having fun. I would say I did that for me and my daughter and I and my mother. We went to Europe this summer, and that was the best
Yeah.
gift that I've ever could
And
ever given them.
Yeah.
It was actually for my birthday, but just to see the smiles on their face and just to know my
Absolutely.
daughter can come back and say, "Mom, remember we was at the Eiffel Tower?"
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
that's
those are
super
the
dope.
best.
Because guess who wasn't at the Eiffel Tower when they was a kid?
Right.
You.
You.
No,
Right.
nowhere near.
Right.
I mean,
the
you know,
stuff we buy them is going to get broken, lost, stolen,
Yeah.
forgotten. But those experiences
that's
last
the
forever.
Yes.
A
Creating
lot of
memories.
women are traveling solo. I've
They
seen
are.
that. Yeah.
I would be one of them.
You would go
but that's a
solo.
little scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. What do you think about
I,
that?
I was
don't know.
nervous when I did it, but
Yeah.
you know, once you know you get through the airport and
Like out
TSA, and all
out the
that
country
stuff,
though.
not out of the country.
Not out of the
No, I
country.
shouldn't say TSA because when I've traveled internationally, so I've been with someone.
I see.
But yeah, you can hop on a plane by yourself, honey,
can.
and go somewhere. You may be nervous in
But
the
that
beginning,
Dominican
but
Republic now, we're showing up missing.
well, I
so-
didn't go
Uh,
there.
We're-
Shout out
you
to the
know?
DR. I have some
No.
Dominican friends.
Right.
They cook for me, and I love them.
Ma'am.
Are
But
they going to keep you safe? That's the question we asked. Are they going to keep you safe?
in the United States, yeah,
I
because
feel
those are the ones you call, they will cut somebody for you.
Absolutely.
after that first time, and then I think once you get past that, and then you can do it again. But
Yes.
I don't know.
Have you done it?
I have not done it, and I don't think I will. I love to travel with my husband. We have a really good time. So
You mean our husband, but
Good
okay.
time.
He belongs to all of us. There's our
Cha-cha-cha.
husband in the studio audience.
hi, husband.
Hey, husband. If you guys haven't guessed, Emma's the only married woman on the panel, so we've all claimed her husband as our own.
We all want to go on trips in 2022, so start planning, sir.
All right.
She brings the bag, so they can afford it. They can afford it. Yeah. So that wraps up our Mocha Express segment. I hope you guys enjoyed those quick hot topics that
Yes.
we touched on. So we'll keep the show moving. And since we were talking about traveling, you mentioned that you had just went to Jamaica with your husband. As a single woman, I want to pose a question to the panel and even the studio audience. As a single woman, if a man invites you on a trip and you're maybe just dating, but you haven't been like sexually active with this man, is it okay to go on the trip with him? And what if he expects something from you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think some
Those-
real serious conversations
Yeah,
have to happen
those-
before you go
right.
anywhere.
The expectations have to be put out up front.
I'm going to go with a no.
You're not going to go at all?
Nope. I don't want to go.
Where we
He's
going?
paying for it, though.
I don't want to go.
Mm.
Because
Separate rooms?
no,
No.
because there's always an expectation.
Yeah.
To me, there's an expectation. Just like sometimes with dinner, you got to pay to play.
For some
You do?
food?
They do. You go out with a guy and he's expecting a hug or a kiss or a booty rub or something. He's expecting something. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a no. And then I'm way out of my comfort zone. It happened to me. I wrote a song about it.
Wanna hear it?
Here
you
you
go.
go. So another birthday trip. I love birthday
Your
trips.
birthday's lit.
Right.
Come on, you need to come with.
We
come
ladies
with-
first and your birthday next
Come
time. We're
with.
going to hijack
I
your
mean,
whole
listen,
shit.
2020 is popping too. So went to New York and I was nothing ever happened with this guy before, and I thought everything was cool. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to New York. We're hanging out. I did not like him. I did not express any interest in liking him. And there was nothing as far as I can see. New York, had fun. Then it got dark.
What were the accommodations like?
They
So it got dark.
did get. I mean, we're gonna stay in the hotel. Oh, that's fine. Get 2 beds, right? 2 beds.
Oh,
You
and
sleep
two
over
beds
there.
in the same room.
Wow.
That's where you
Oh
fucked up.
no. Oh no. And he
No.
expected something, and I was
You
looking.
feel that poke in your back in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Listen,
You got more
behind me?
pillows
is that
than me,
MC Hammer?
girl.
Pumps in the bump?
I said poke in the back from behind, but that's
It's the same thing.
another
That's
story.
enough.
That's
Okay.
a 90s
But
version of that
I mean,
one.
and he did expect something, and I was younger than I was so shocked, like, oh my god. But he did expect something. He was mad. We got up the next morning. He was mad for the rest of the trip. Did not talk to me.
Okay.
And that was fine.
And I can understand that from your experience.
Yeah.
This was pre my husband, went on a trip
Be clear.
with someone, and we were supposed to have separate rooms. And when we got there, something happened with that second room.
It always
And we
does.
ended up in the same room, but he was in
Wow.
that bed and I was in that bed, and there was nothing.
Well, that was a
going
good
on.
guy. That's an uncommon
Right.
story.
There's few and far between. I
That's
think
an
there's a lot more of them little angry dudes.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
angry man.
A whole lot of them.
Pirate, little angry guy. No, I'm just kidding.
I think my guy, he was afraid of my mom.
Oh,
So he,
dang.
made sure he didn't.
Listen,
Yeah.
you claim your husband and your mama.
Yeah. So it's a lot of difficulties when you're trying to navigate your way through the dating scene as
Yeah.
a single woman. Do you ever get a lot of you're too independent for me? Comments like that.
All the
How
time.
do women in our age bracket
Mm-hmm. And our success factor.
put that in there?
Yes.
Talk about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Claim independence in relationships. How are you able to navigate that space of, I have my own and I can do for myself. I am trying to incorporate you in my life as well because you have your own and can do yourself. So how do we navigate that space? How do you go from, I want to win. So me, myself, Holly, she likes to win. She doesn't like to lose.
Right. Her name isn't Holly Rock for nothing.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you.
right.
So finding that space of in a relationship, that relationship is built on compromise, right? Relationships are built on give and take. So there are times where you might have to lose to keep the relationship safe and solid.
Fantasia wrote a song about it.
I want to hear it.
You got to listen to
ready
it.
to go?
Pull it up
Oh,
after
I
the show.
thought you were ready to go again.
I can't mess with Fantasia.
This is
Oh,
our
right.
music guru over here, karaoke queen.
Yes.
So I just think that that's a real challenge for women because 3 of us on the panel are single of just saying, how do we find that space of I can still keep my shine as bright as it needs to be. I can still be as brilliant as I need to be, but finding that partner who appreciates that shine and appreciates that brilliance and complements it versus needing it to be dimmed down
Right.
because they are threatened by
You
that.
just answered the question. You just have to find that special partner.
Exactly.
Right.
And then
That's the
there's also someone who told me about indirect suggestion.
Okay.
There it is. I mean, it's just, we in the medical field, we bring up a story. For instance, I'm seeing a patient and we'll say, oh, I had another patient that tried this medication instead of saying, I want you to take this medication. Then it becomes their idea. Like, oh, wow, that sounds nice. It worked for that patient. Maybe it'll work for me. So they thought that they made that decision themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I introduced
into
that. And I think that's what women should do.
So we got to trick these dudes.
That's what, they didn't say that. That's what it said.
Oh.
What kind of
That's what
tricking
he
you
said.
talking
That's what he
about
said.
though? 'Cause
Oh,
I
right.
have a couple different versions
Right,
of
right,
tricking.
Right.
No.
That's
Maybe
episode
that's
number 2.
that's another
episode
show
number
too, right?
And just listening to you, 3 ladies, where do you guys want that relationship to go? Are you looking for marriage? Is that the next step?
Ooh,
Well,
that's a good question.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay, so I never disclosed my relationship status, and I won't.
Not today
Yes.
neither.
You can think whatever you want to think, but I don't consider myself single because I'm not out here. I'm not dating. I'm not doing anything. I'm just living my life and being the best person that I can be.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to date because honestly I don't know how.
Okay.
First
So
of
you
all,
gotta do that.
yes.
Dating 101.
So I would have to learn how to date if that's something that I wanted to do. First of all, to be honest, I am recently out of a relationship, but I still love this person. So therefore, I cannot date right now.
Yeah.
Because
I
you gotta make space.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Gotta get
yeah.
that out of your
And I'm a
system.
relationship kind of girl, so if you sleep with me, we basically together. So
You're my boyfriend.
you my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Call me 5, 6, 7, 8
Exactly.
times a day. Come spend the night with me, hug me, love me.
Your boyfriend.
So
Right.
I really can't date because
Yes,
what do you do with that? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
You a serial monogamist. That's what you are. Serial
Absolutely.
monogamist.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it's a good quality. You know.
Yeah.
So that leads us to the next one, the next question. So, do you guys think that you're presenting your true self to the world?
Mm.
It's kind of hard to do that
Why?
because
Yeah.
you are the main person that should know the answer to this question.
Well,
You are a
Oh,
black female
Dr. Free.
physician in West Michigan.
Yes.
Hey.
So automatically when you walk into the workplace, you're not the doctor for one.
no, janitor.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe a
I am
nurse.
the
CNA.
receptionist. CNA. That's it.
You a
I'm
CNA.
I'm
You
a
a tough
CNA.
CNA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you get that trash from me? It happens.
It happens
This
all
is a
the
true.
time.
This is true.
All the time.
Even with, I mean, I don't have scrubs on any of the time. I don't even wear.
You can have on your lab coat with a stethoscope around your
And
neck.
that's what I yelling, doctor,
And
doctor.
it
They'll
says
say,
doctor.
"Is there a
It says
doctor in the
doctor on
house?"
the bill.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, that's definitely a sad reality, but I mean,
Yeah.
you get used to it. Unfortunately,
used
I mean,
to it,
you
you
fight your
adapt.
battles. You do.
You adapt.
You
So
do.
in my 40s now, I'm getting more comfortable with presenting myself because it's either love me or leave me alone.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have time to put on the facade anymore. I feel like I've proven myself in the workplace,
Mhm.
what type of nurse I am,
Mhm.
and that I love my career. I don't need to prove myself as a mother because I've raised 3 great children, and they ain't breaking the law. They some
That's
good
good.
citizens.
Good law abiding.
Not
children.
So
something, right?
yeah, I don't feel like I have that much to prove, but I didn't always present
Yeah.
my real self to the
Right.
world
And
because
I
I was
wanna know
afraid of
that part.
judgment.
There it is.
I was
Yeah.
afraid of
Yeah, that
judgment.
does come with age.
That's what I want to know.
Me
Yeah.
being the oldest here
Suge
in
Avery?
the group. Yes.
Our very own
Uh,
Suge Avery.
Hey, Suge.
I think you can I mean you can walk in truth
Yes,
and you don't
I
have
like it.
to show everybody everything. I think
Everything.
you
Yeah.
can go into different areas like your work, at church, your home. There's just different facets. I mean, we're so
Absolutely.
multifaceted
Mhm.
that
that.
I think it's
I
about being
like that,
comfortable with
Emma.
yourself, though. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I do get there's different places. Like, how am I communicate with my mother is
Mm.
different than I'm communicating with the kids. Like, those are 2 different communication styles right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because the kids getting cussed out on a pretty frequent basis. And
You cussing the kids out?
Oh, all the time.
Holly.
She's walking.
They're
in the-
older kids.
That's
My kids
abuse
are older.
at this
They're
day and
older.
age.
I love
My kid is
Holly.
21 years
Love
old. He ain't no
Holly.
kid. He's a whole grown ass man trying to live in my house still and be nasty. Don't get me started, okay?
Flashback.
That's why he got cussed out.
Abort.
Right.
She's
Let's
flashback.
circle it back
Come
down.
on,
Circle
come
back
on,
down.
Come on.
So I'm just saying, you have different facets of yourself in different places, and all those facets make who you are. But when you're being fake,
Oh yeah, that's
that's when it's a
different.
problem.
Yes.
and I think for the 4 of us, we have come to that place where we are secure in who we are
Absolutely.
as women, as
Yes.
Black women, as career-oriented
I would
women.
agree.
Yeah.
That we don't need the fake stuff no more because who we are is bomb as hell.
Yeah.
And so I don't need to be fake.
I wouldn't even
Yes.
consider it faking. I just feel like I'm a chameleon. I can
Yes.
adapt
To
to
any
Yes,
place.
Any
adaptation is
surrounding.
very
Yeah,
different.
I'm
You
that
know,
way too.
Yeah.
I walk into work every day. They don't know that I just got out of my car and was listening to like, give me the loop, give me the loop.
Right.
I'm getting ready to punch in anyway, so
Give me the loot. It's,
Right.
it's appropriate.
might as well listen
me
to
the loop, give me
Biggie
the
on
loop.
the way to work. But when I come in, it's like,
Mhm.
good morning.
Yes.
How are
Hello,
you?
manager.
How are you? Yeah.
But I love.
But that's a part of me too.
That is.
because
Yes.
I'm that way as well. So
I
Mhm.
definitely love what she said.
Yeah.
I mean, because what they're, we're speaking to those 20 somethings or those teens that actually don't know who they are or
Yes.
know what real is now. So I'm glad we can say that, but I like what you said, just as long as you're walking in truth, because I can say all the
Mhm.
time I didn't have a clue who I was, but I did walk in that truth.
yeah.
And I was always comfortable with myself and who I was. So
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
That's a
Yeah.
good point too.
That's a-
Walking
yeah.
in your truth.
Yeah.
You said that to us at the
I'm
beginning
to
of the
the-
show.
she
Before-
did, she
Before we
did.
came out here, you said
She
to us,
prayed
let's just
about
be in our truth.
She prayed about
and
it.
be our
Come on,
honest
Jesus.
selves, and we're
Amen.
going to make it work.
Yes, absolutely. So since we're talking about, dating and relationships, if you guys ever find that Mr. Right and you want to take that next step,
That forever.
Yes.
Recently, Nicki Minaj got married, right? And it's been a lot of controversy saying that she bought her own ring. Would you ladies or studio audience,
The answer is no.
if it's the right guy and his funds was a little bit lower than yours, would you help him out with purchasing your
I
ring?
see some yeses. I see some no's.
We getting
Listen, I see the men
yeses
saying
and
yes,
no's.
and I see the ladies saying no. That's what I'm seeing.
Is it okay for them to purchase their own ring?
Your mentor is like, it's okay for them ladies to buy their own rings. I see you back there, JC.
See, one of our studio audience members said she would help.
She would help.
So
Interesting.
Is it okay to help?
I would just
I think it depends on what kind of relationship you want to have. I think it depends on if you have very clearly defined roles and responsibilities. So if he's trying to be the king, well then queen me and buy my shit.
Checkmate.
If we're trying to be partners and move forward together, then let's talk about that.
I won't purchase the ring. However, I would say, it doesn't have to be that expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How about it? Like, I would do that because
Listen.
I've looked at Moissanite. Amen. Somebody Moissanite.
is that like man-made?
It is man-made diamonds, but they look fresh.
Cubic zirconia.
Moissanite, I will compromise
Not the
because
Moissanite.
the thing is, since people think I'm a doctor, amen. And so I'm going to be
caked up.
I'm caked
Right,
up. So if I
exactly.
trick them with a little Moissanite, they're going to think it's real. So I will go. I've listened to
their
this
fault for not
Moissanite
knowing.
thing. Moissanite.
I never
ladies
even
and
heard of
gentlemen.
a moissanite.
I have.
Is that like a step
I need to
above
look-
a
I need to put
cubic
it in my Google search
zirconia?
so I can look at it later.
It definitely it's a man-made diamond. And I mean, but they look just as beautiful. I'm telling you, Moissanite, look it up.
And who
Okay,
says it has to
viewers,
be
you're
a
getting some
diamond?
ideas. Moissanite. Google it.
And
Google
they
it
say
and
it
Google
has
how
to
to
be
spell that
a
shit.
diamond.
That sounds like a whole made up word to me.
Yes, and you look on
It's a made up diamond with a made up word.
Groupon for the ring.
Wait, a Groupon
No,
for a
ma'am.
Moissanite?
Not
No,
Moissanite.
ma'am.
There's some cubic zirconium that are super
Oh, no.
cute on Groupon. No. How are they going to know?
We're not going
How
to
are they
I
going
don't
to
think you
know?
just have to Groupon
Right.
cubic zirconia. I think if you have to Groupon cubic zirconia, you need to put gas in your car.
Well, you're helping them out. This is love,
And why
baby.
tell the
We're
business
talking about
anyway,
love.
right? You don't have to know.
Nobody has to know.
Nobody
first
has
of
to know.
all.
They don't.
Like Emma
It's
said,
our
that
secret.
you purchased your own ring.
This is love.
But in that type
Well,
of
how we all know
situation,
Nikki bought her own ring then? That was
Because
supposed to be our business.
they're just, I guess,
Celebrities. just putting
assuming
their-
because he just got out of prison recently and she's a
He
multi-millionaire.
might have stole a whole bunch of money and hid it somewhere.
And
We
he's
don't
a
know his
thug.
life.
She
Yeah.
is the soldier
Anyway,
boy.
listen.
Prison.
Yeah, he just got out the joint.
Yeah.
But that's
She
okay.
might have wanted her own specific ring,
it is
though. You know,
okay.
with
Not
Nikki,
for
she
me,
might have
but
said
for
she
her.
wanted her
It is
own very
fine.
specific ring. Like she might have had in her mind, this is the ring I want. This is the ring I'm going to buy, and this man right here finna earn that ring.
Earn
Okay.
it.
She
Earn
was
it.
different. I
Earn
don't know about
it.
that.
You heard it right. Earn it.
How's he gonna earn it?
That's not my business.
Earn it. I mean,
One way or
maybe
another.
is he handsome? Because some people do that for
Can he
the
cook?
arm candy.
Uh,
I don't know what he brings to
That's
the table.
that's
yeah,
a no
I don't know. I
Can he
can't
make
speak
a
on that
fire?
woman's
Can he make a
husband.
fire?
I don't know what he brings.
That's a no.
I
don't
just know they
even
were
know
getting
him.
ready to fight on Instagram the
Oh,
other day.
Lord.
But
No,
Listen,
you
she
bought
bought
the
the ring
ring,
so she can
I'll
keep
get
the
on
ring. That's what she did.
Instagram.
She bought the ring so she can keep the ring.
And
Because
fighting.
I feel like I'm out. I need to get on Instagram, y'all. Help me with that, okay?
Okay.
We will.
Soon to be 55. I know.
We'll bring you
Yeah,
up,
I
baby.
just feel like that there will be some issues further down the line with that. If you're in a relationship with a woman that's more financially stable than you,
You have to be a
So,
very
Not
secure
for
man.
everybody
Yeah.
though.
I think
I don't
you have to be
know.
a very
In my
secure man
experience,
to
it's
get
always
in
been
that
an
place.
issue.
Yes. Same
Yeah.
here.
There's a
Same here.
balance, There's something that they may bring to the table. It may not be monetary.
Yeah.
Because I would say that would be a problem for me, right? So there is an assumption that I make all this money in the circle that not an assumption.
okay.
Okay.
So most
We
men
got the money bag. Let's
I
be
know.
pass it over.
That's why y'all over there.
Most men that I meet, I make more money than them.
Okay. So in a relationship, I'll pose another question.
Yeah.
Can a woman have it all
Mm.
in a relationship?
What
Can
is
you-
all? What
Can
is
you
all?
be successful?
Mhm.
Yes.
Can you be the breadwinner? Can you be
Yes.
beautiful?
Ooh,
Can you be
yes,
fly? Can you
yes,
attract
All
attention,
of that.
but bring all of your
Hmm.
attention home to your man? Can you raise your children?
Can we take all breadwinner out of all? Because
You can be
take
all
the
that you
breadwinner
want to
part
be.
out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you saying can have a job and bring home money, breadwinner
let's
indicate.
reword that.
Yes, thank
Let's
you.
reword
Because
that.
I don't want it. Yeah.
This is personal for you. I
It
get
is.
it.
I have no answers here.
You know,
girl.
I don't.
Yeah,
Breadwinner
yeah,
means
I don't know.
like I look at the really like the person who I'm eventually with. I want them to be the provider. I mean, we can come in and bring our funds together, and he can like majority of the bills, like breadwinner, but not me winning all the bread and taking care of all the things.
Okay.
And
You know?
sometimes it
I
could
want to
be,
bring the bread, make
Yeah.
the bread,
Sometimes
cook
it
the
could
bread,
be
wash
that
the bread,
encompass.
fold the bread.
No,
it could be you as the breadwinner for a season, and then they're the breadwinner. So it could be, it's
Yeah.
a team effort.
Okay, so
It's a
can
team
a
effort.
woman have it all in a relationship and the
Absolutely.
relationship be successful?
Yes.
I think so.
You
All
think
just
so?
matters what they want.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think all is very, very
You
specific
define
to the
that.
woman.
Right,
Yes.
you define
Mhm.
that.
Yes.
I'm optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a lot of men out here that are very secure
Mm-hmm.
within
Mm.
themselves, and where
Really?
they at?
Wait,
Where
really?
they at,
I was
though?
like, really?
Where they at though?
Really?
They
Hit us
looking
up
for
in the
you
DM
all.
because we have a couple single women
They're
on the
looking for you
panel
all.
that may be looking. So
I
where
don't know why
you
you
pointing
pointing
at?
at us. You point at your damn
He
self.
that find it. He's looking.
Her
That's
name's
right.
Holly Rock.
Oh,
if you want to
dang,
know.
okay.
Yes.
We're giving our
I
handles
think,
down
I
there
think
too.
we clearly
so check
said
them
there's
out.
only one married person on the panel. I'm pretty sure that came out at the beginning of the show.
Right.
So Holly Rock ain't alone on the rock.
Okay. Well, it definitely won't be me. So skip over the Sean Scott. You see at the bottom of the screen if it's there. Yeah, click past my name.
Oh.
Yeah, because I don't want any of it. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All
So
right.
in my experience, okay, so let me tell you guys a quick story real quick.
Yes.
Tell me if you agree on my assumption of men in their 40s that want to date.
Mm.
Okay. So this is my scenario. If you meet a man that's single in his 40s, right? He's probably had his fun in his 20s, late 20s, got married in his early to mid 30s, right? Started having babies, got bored in his marriage, and into his 40s, got a divorce. So now he wants to date. So when he approaches you, he tells you right off the bat everything that he wants out of his dating experiences. And they usually start with, oh, I want to have a whole lot of sex because that's what lacked in my marriage.
You got me.
So first of all, they're coming at you saying how much sex they want to have.
Wow.
Then they have these kids that they're still parenting and raising. So it's just like,
I feel like I'm in church right now. You preaching? You're preaching,
yeah.
ma'am.
It's like, what do I do as the woman that's receiving all of this information? What do I do with it?
What'd you
Well,
say?
it's like-
Shit, you had the whole story.
Well, I just-
how the rest of
That's
it
very
go?
specific,
What-
right?
Yeah, what I told them is, you, sir, with those kids and those bloodborne pathogens,
Oh Lord.
get
You can't
away
tell a
from
nurse
me.
nothing. You can't tell a nurse
Right? Yes,
nothing.
get away from me and my hymen. I don't want it.
Your hymen.
And you
Talk about
have
your
that
hymen.
choice.
Yes.
To say
So
that.
women have choices these days,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying. You know, a lot of men will say, well, I don't want to date a woman because she has kids and this and that. It's so dope to be in the space that you can say,
Yeah.
well,
the
sir,
same
guess
thing.
what? I don't want you because you have all those kids. You got that ex-wife. You got
Keep
that
it moving.
child support.
That's another topic.
And if he's coming at you with that sex in the beginning, then
Right.
he's all for the wrong things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what if I mean, that's just honesty.
Well,
He's
did you find him on Tinder? Because I feel like he's giving you a whole Tinder date right there.
No, it was actually just like at the empowerment network.
Oh, no.
He's gonna know what I'm talking about
about
him.
to spill a whole bunch of fucking tea up in here.
Whoa. Somebody's out there.
We need to
oppressing
have a quick
you.
off-camera discussion
Lord.
somewhere real quick.
I don't have my glasses on. He might be in the studio.
Listen, we need to go to another room. Turn off your mics. Let's go.
That is funny. So your assumption, I mean, I would say experience, that's something that comes up initially and telling you, you don't think it's just telling you their desires versus, I mean, it's not saying that it's something I
depends when
want.
that's happening,
I mean,
though. If that's the
yeah,
first date,
that's
you're
a
gone somewhere.
It wasn't even
Yeah.
a date. It's like
This
an
is a casual
initial
conversation.
conversation.
Run,
Would
run.
you like some water and some sex? Is that how that
What
goes?
the side effects? What the
On
side?
the
Sex on the
side.
rocks.
Wow.
No, thank you, sir. Keep on walking.
I mean, yes. When you
That's
did it,
bold.
you were right to just, chunk
Yeah.
the
Yes.
deuces on
Chunk
that.
up
You
some
and your
feathers.
kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what Outcast say you can go on and get the you
Right.
and
Sir,
your
if
mama.
you're watching
Yes.
now, that
Get
shit
on.
don't work. Okay, you just found out it don't work.
At least not with Miss Shawn.
Right. You got to a whole different bracket. Drop some rungs down.
All the way.
That is crazy.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so
Like you guys all speeches like, damn, for real?
that happened. See, what had happened was,
I know,
What's his
right?
name?
what had happened.
Just tell me right
I'll
here.
show you his name.
It's
off
not that
camera.
hard to
What's his
figure it out,
initials?
right?
Ooh.
His initials? No, I'm not gonna say.
She said he's
It's so
40 something, divorced, got some kids, so it's
And the
not that hard
Empowerment
to figure it
Network.
out, probably.
All right, we finna have to pull up at the Waters building next week.
Whew,
You can be
these
in the Water
lights are
building
hot.
every day.
It's getting hot up here. It's getting
Mm.
too hot. So I'm gonna change the
Don't
subject.
listen. Don't get
please.
that man in here. He's gonna take off all your clothes.
I am going to change the
Mm.
subject.
All right.
Okay,
Yes.
you started and you're finna stop it. I see how that
Mm.
works.
Okay, let's talk about fitness. Totally different topic.
I don't know,
I
guys.
can't take it anymore.
It might not be.
Well, if we
It
tie it
is.
back into the travel talk, we talked about Black women are traveling more than ever. We talked
Yes.
about girl groups traveling, solo women traveling, and if you have a fitness regime at home, maintaining that while you're on the road, on the vacation, and the all-inclusive resort with all the damn drinks in your face
And
all
the
the time,
food.
and the
Oh my
food, and the
goodness.
Yes.
dancing, and the club, and the little cute Jamaican boys bringing you the stuff.
Have you been
So-
there? Where did you?
Girl,
She
I
was
know.
like a
narrating that very
flashback.
well.
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
So
was-
you guys have
Gracias por favor.
Mm.
you guys have
Thank
to
you.
help
Mexico, Costa Rica,
Did
Couple
you
of
hear the
places.
Puerto
drum
Rico.
Couple of places.
Yes. So you were recently on
Yeah.
vacation.
So
Were you
you
able
guys
to
have to help
maintain
me.
your fitness
No,
routine?
because I
She said
came
no.
back Monday, back to F45, and I could not last the whole 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So
What?
you guys help me out.
Last 45 minutes doing what though?
No, it's 45 minutes if you ever.
Oh,
been
your
to the-
workout
She
routine.
does,
Yeah, it's
she does
45
HIIT, so the
minutes,
high
so
intensity,
something
something else eye
right.
training.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So all last week,
Interval,
I
high intensity
did,
interval
and I
training.
ate
Bam.
And ate after
You
6,
enjoy
and
yourself.
normally I don't. I know that's what my girlfriend told me.
Yeah,
You're
you just
enjoying
enjoy
yourself.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I needed to continue because I came back and my blood pressure was up. And that, if everybody know, that's why I started my fitness workout to bring down my blood pressure.
Naturally,
Mhm.
And I
without
was-
meds.
Right,
Is
and
that
I
what
was
you're trying to do?
successfully I was able to do that successfully and get off
Congratulations.
the high blood pressure pills. So I
Mhm.
came back and my blood pressure was all over.
Your
the
blood
place.
pressure's all over the
Oh.
place because you came from Jamaica to snow.
Yeah.
So
Gotta
that's
get
what
you-
happened
that-
right
that could've
there.
been as
Like you just
well.
got to get acclimated to the winter again, and you're like, oh, okay, this shit, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still
Yeah.
coming back and trying to get into the gym, the training, it was just off.
Yeah.
And it took, today is what, Thursday? So it just took me 3 days. So yesterday I was able to go through the entire 45 minutes.
Okay.
So any
Good.
tips that you guys have while you guys are vacationing?
Is
or do
anybody
you-
up here working out?
Kinda you
Let's,
take
let's
out-
start there.
I do.
You do? You
I
work out?
work out.
How do you work out?
Well, I only work out my abs, which is awful, but I totally have a 4-pack.
Just a four.
I didn't say a 6, it's a 4.
Right,
Yeah.
I
But
have
it's
a, I have a
rare.
really
4
nice
packs of
growler.
what?
That's what I have.
Like
when I
hot
travel.
dogs.
Abdominal
Do we have
muscles.
about
Girl,
kielbasa?
if you don't check my Instagram,
Oh,
hello,
and they got to be real now.
at Miss.Scott1839.
But
Check
she says
my
stay out of her
IG and you will
DMs, right?
totally see the 4-pack. It is there, honey. I do work out. I need to work on my arms, but I totally have abdominal muscles. And
So do you work
it's
out when you
amazing.
travel
So
then?
yeah.
Anything
when you're
else?
Absolutely
traveling-
not. When I'm
No.
traveling, I
Okay.
don't.
All right, so the travel
don't.
time is you time.
I
It's
take
like,
cute pictures when I first get to the destination in my bathing suit, when everything is nice and tight.
Right.
But on
And
that,
then you go-
And then
yeah,
when you
that
get the water
fifth
weight
or
and the
sixth
swole.
day,
It's a
I'm
no-go.
swollen, bloated.
Right. You're not doing
I
it.
just float back home. I don't even get on the plane. I just float all the way back home. But yeah, I do work out. I have the whole exercise ball in my room, and you just get on there, and
Why only the
okay.
abs though? What about a total body workout?
because that's all I'm concerned about.
Okay.
Honestly,
She got some focus areas.
I have a thing with stomachs
Okay.
on myself
All right.
and the man that I'm with.
Right.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
So you're looking for the whole V from the
It
man
doesn't
you
have
with.
to be a V.
Just
Well,
not
you
no
know, it'd be
protrusion.
nice if it was, but just saying. But no, I think
You just don't want a
women-
fupa on your man.
yeah, I don't want a fupa hang over on him, and then I
Okay.
don't want his fupa on me.
That part.
Yeah,
That
but
part.
I think men, you know, they look at our bodies, and you know, we always feel like, okay, we need to be shapely
Right.
and in
Mhm.
shape, and you know, for our man or whatever. But then your man will walk in the room and he got all this hanging over.
Right.
Why is that okay?
It's not.
Listen, it's not.
I mean,
okay.
men. I've dated some, and they have this list like, hey, you know, she has to have this, a body
No
workout,
kids, this, da, da, da.
and their body is shot.
Yeah.
It's shot, and it's like, sir, how dare you?
They can have more stretch marks than you. The men have a stretch
And
mark
they've
here.
had 0 kids,
here,
Right.
0 children. How dare
You
you,
never
sir?
carried a child. Why do you have stretch
Why
marks?
do you have a stomach?
A
Why do you
stomach.
have memories?
Thank you.
Why?
you.
But you come to me like I am supposed to work out, and if you change, really,
What?
you
Yeah.
are that right now. Like,
Yeah.
why would I talk to you?
And when I see it, I see high cholesterol. I
Right.
Blood
see
pressure.
They
high
come.
blood
You know, I do a
pressure.
past medical history. I do. I mean,
Dr. Free will look at somebody and do a head to toe assessment.
you got it.
Like, yeah, he's a little bit
Let me check your
arthritic,
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
Pulse real
Yeah.
quick.
probably got the
Do that as
gout
well.
The gout.
and a gut. How you gonna have gout and a gut?
Mm,
Boy, if you
that's
don't
a bad
go
combination.
somewhere,
It's true.
it's true.
And that's one
Get
thing
your
that you
uric
can
acid
do.
levels checked
That's it.
before you check me.
Okay.
And that's
I
one
don't know
thing
what
you
that
can
even
do
means. That's
with
a
your
whole new
partner
news.
is go work
This is
out
true.
you know,
Together.
together.
Good
Yes.
point.
That's a good point.
You eat together, you lay together, work out
Work out
together.
together. So
Yeah.
Good point.
See, you're so sensible. That's why you're the only one that has a damn husband. Because I'm just talking about him, and she's like, "Wait, no."
But yes, he
Yeah.
gets
It's
there.
there.
my husband, he's
I'm
the
learning.
same
I'm learning.
when I met him
Now applaud.
Some
Now,
37
shout out to the husband.
years ago.
Shout out
30
husband.
years ago.
Really,
Yes,
I mean,
bro.
and that says something. Y'all working out together, and he cares about his health. But everybody, this isn't the same for
Yeah.
everybody. You go to the high school reunion.
Oh,
right.
wow.
You cannot
You're
even
like
make
your
out
crush.
some of the
You don't even
people.
recognize
Who are,
people.
that he's
Yeah.
coming to hug you. Like, who are you?
You don't
You
even have to
know,
go to
do
the
we know
reunion.
each
I
other?
see him on social media. I would get a friend request. I'm like,
yeah.
"Sir, who are you? Who
You're-
sent you?" First of all,
Whose friends do you know that I know?
yeah, and then you look.
But you have to scroll back into the pictures though before
Yeah.
that happens because
Yeah.
you have no clue.
Yeah,
Right?
that
A
does
long
happen.
time.
And the little girls that I mentor, I always tell them that when I talk to them about their issues and their problems and stuff, they always talk about, "Oh, well, this girl doesn't like me," and da 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 da. And I'm like, these people will be so irrelevant in your
Yes.
life
Right.
years
Exactly
from now.
it.
And then on the inside, I'm like, yeah, she's gonna be busted, bunch of kids. He's gonna go to prison.
Right.
Yeah,
If they
Like,
peak it in
help
high
them
school, it's
out.
all over after that. It's a
It
whole
is.
Yes.
wrap.
Because you
Yes.
do get friend requests from those girls. You remember those?
Those
Man.
girls.
I
Those-
wasn't popular in high school.
I was okay. I was in the middle. But
Yeah,
I was,
so
like I
was
said, I was okay with
Just
myself, so it
average.
didn't matter. But I go back and see like, wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had people from high school come up to me and be like, "Hey, Holly," blah, blah, like, "Who are you?"
yeah.
Coming up to my table here when I'm with people and I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, we went to high school together and middle school.
Oh.
Still,
So
who
you
are
went
you?
to school with him like for 6 years.
Yes.
And didn't
And
recognize.
I'm like, I don't know who you
That's
are. You did not age well, sir.
Yeah. But I was the opposite. I was a hot mess in high school
Explain. the hot
because
mess.
I was a tomboy. I really wasn't into.
Not you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I was. I'm
And
still
that's
a
not a hot
tomboy.
mess.
What?
I'm still a tomboy. No, I didn't care about hair, makeup, anything like that. Wasn't super popular. And now I get the opposite. People will come up to me and like, I went to school with you. Dang, you didn't look like that in school. And I'm like, the glow up is real.
Right.
Let me tell you. I am a walking testament of the glow up. If you go back, oh my God, and I know it's a picture in the City High middle yearbook of me.
Oh, you were smart.
But they used to call me Tracy Chapman.
Oh,
not give me one reason to be here.
Not because of a fast car.
See, you got a fast car, Tracy Chapman.
Wow.
Not a fast car. It wasn't because you had a fast car.
No.
Well, shout out to my
right.
hometown, Muskegon Heights.
All right.
Because we look good.
Ski town.
We look good.
We look
Yes.
good.
Class of 1983.
They had
Girl.
it together. They had it together.
Well, that's good.
Nobody clapped like,
Right.
oh, 83? Oh, I wasn't born.
Right. Savannah, were you alive in 83?
Okay.
They were like,
No.
That's okay.
Oh.
She's our very own Suge Avery.
Hey.
Yes, shake your shimmy.
Speaking of, how old is Suge now?
Oh.
I don't know,
saw
but
just
she
had
looks
a birthday.
great.
Yes.
She was on
like
amazing.
79.
Being Mary Jane, she
Yes,
looked
she was.
amazing.
Yes,
She looked. She still
was.
looks great.
I just want to be Angela Bassett when I grow up. That's all I know.
How about Cicely Tyson?
Thank
though?
you.
Thank
I
you.
don't
She
want to
looked
live that
amazing.
long now, child.
When they say black don't crack, they are not
She
playing
said
games.
you don't want to live
I
that
don't want
long.
to live that long.
If I can move and I can look and I can be smooth, I can do Cicely. I can do that.
I mean, you know what? If you worked in the
She
nursing
looked-
homes, you would get a different picture.
Yes.
Like
And
you,
I
do you,
never.
do you
So
know?
underneath all of that,
You know, with
I never thought
It's
that
a
my
facade.
mom, if she would still be alive, she would be 98. I never thought that
okay,
she was
let's
3 years older.
Yeah.
Go ahead, clap it up.
Sissy.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my
Absolutely.
gosh.
amazing. You
Yeah.
know, most people
I just don't
that
wanna
are
live that
old
long.
don't want to. When you go into the nursing home, they don't want to live there.
they hate their life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
so
in a nursing home, you would,
no,
right?
no. Oh, that's so sad to say.
No, I'm saying
they-
like
no,
you're.
no.
I'm like, you want to be independent
No, but
at
I mean,
90 something,
but they're
right?
doing. I mean, nursing homes are really great environments.
Drive your car.
I'm a major proponent of it.
Like,
no,
I am
Can
too.
I
Wait,
right
wake up,
along
But
with
some
you?
of them are not the best.
this
Yeah,
is true.
that's
Get your
true.
long-term care policy.
Yeah.
That's it.
No.
Yeah,
Hit
it's a
her
lot
up.
of them that aren't
What's
the
your
best,
handle,
but
Renee?
it's a
But
lot
they're
of
living-
them.
some of them. I mean, some of them are very
Yes,
happy.
let's
Yeah.
talk about that stigma real quick.
Sure.
Because you and I can attest to that.
Yeah.
As a culture, as Black people, we're not
Yeah.
usually too quick to put our parents into
The
a nursing
home.
facility, long-term care facility,
Assisted living.
assisted living, but we're seeing a little bit more of it
We are.
these days. Do your research on where you
Yes.
place your loved ones, and there are some great
They are.
communities
They are.
here in Grand Rapids where you can place your loved one if you cannot take care of them at home. Don't have them at home with the hospital bed in the living room, halfway neglecting them, and
Yeah.
oh, that's just Big Mom over there.
Come in the house smelling like urine.
Yeah, just trying to get a
Yeah.
check.
It
If you
happens.
can't do it, it's some wonderful,
Right.
wonderful places.
Yeah.
So let's remove that stigma first of
Yeah.
all.
But
Yeah.
please though,
Do your
check.
homework.
Yeah, do your homework. Check the place out
Yeah.
and go see. I mean, there's some great places out there for your loved one. Some of the great places I work at in just here in Michigan.
Yeah.
Visited a beautiful one today. I said, "Ooh, I want to check in today."
She called me and asked me how come I don't work there.
I said, "Listen,
You seen this place, girl? Why you don't work there?
Do you have a live work policy here?
I know.
And they,
That could just
and
come out
they
of
are
it.
I did
very,
see a trend overseas of blending elementary schools and nursing homes.
Yes.
Yes.
So that you have both
And of the spectrum.
spectrums there, and that they inspire each other. That the young children bring life and vitality to the elderly, and
Yeah.
the elderly bring wisdom and guidance to the youth.
But I can attest to that. One of my nursing homes had a daycare right there on site,
Mm.
and so it was cool because some of them would knit little
The
hats
booties
and
and stuff
gloves
for
and
them.
everything for
Yeah.
the kids, and also for activities they would come out,
Mm.
and that it was so
Oh,
cool to
nice.
see them interacting and
Yeah.
playing games. So yeah, I've
can
seen it.
happen.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like I cut you off, Emma. So
No, I was just going to do a shameless plug, so we're going to pass on.
You want to pass on a shameless plug?
Yes, I
No,
was
you
gonna say
take the floor. You
the,
make your plug, honey.
The assistant livings are very pricey, and I have a long-term care policy, so I'm able to get into one of those pricey facilities. And
There
if
you go.
anybody has any questions about how you get one,
I want the ladies first hookup. That's all I know.
you like the ladies
Mhm.
first. hookup?
Yes.
All right.
I have these 3 kids that I gave birth to.
That they're going to take care
Those
of.
are my long-term
Oh.
life insurance, whatever.
I
What
think
was
I
it
might have
called?
long-term care.
Long-term care policy is one of the
Through
three of
them.
my children,
Yeah.
or shuffle me amongst the three. I don't mind.
I might
will
have cussed
come
mine
and
out too
say-
much, but they'll be like, "No, you going over there, and
You
we
going
don't
to the-
care." Right? We ain't even finna check it out. Just buy.
I will threaten mine with money.
Okay,
Like, okay, if you want anything after I die, you have to take care
that's a
of me.
good one.
And if not, I'm going to leave all my money to Tevin Campbell.
Or somebody like
Somebody like that.
Yes.
Right.
You know, y'all just threw to the side and
I
didn't
might
care
tell them
about
that
anymore.
tonight.
Yeah.
When I get home tonight, I might just start laying that foundation. Like, I'm gonna cuss you out, and you should take care of me. Like, I need both.
TCF.
The Tevin Campbell
TCF.
Foundation. Call in now. We don't have Jerry Lewis, but we have Ladies First. We're raising money for Tevin Campbell.
That's a
Tevin
cash
Campbell
app.
fund.
You put a cash tag sign in front of that my name. You saw the handle. Send me. Help me out.
Right. We'll hold that cash for you.
Right. So this has been so much fun, you guys.
Yes.
Our first show.
First bag.
Oh my gosh! Woo! Yes, we can shake the nerves off. Make sure nothing pops out while I'm shaking
Right.
the nerves off.
You gotta shake subtle.
Yeah. So we're gonna be coming to you guys live every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So every other Thursday.
Yes.
Yes, here at WKTV Studios. You can catch the Ladies First crew. Join us in our live studio audience.
Please do. We love
Yes.
having y'all here. Thank
Yes. Let's
Thank
drop some
you.
social media handles real quick.
you. Okay.
Starting with you.
Listen, it's Holly Young all day, every day. I'm not really super creative. So you can find me on Facebook. I probably still have an Instagram that I ain't touched in about a year and a half. There's some really cute pictures, some inspirational stuff out there though, if you want to look at that. But that's it, just Holly Young.
Okay, you can catch me, Sean Scott, on Facebook, Miss Scott 1839 on IG and Twitter as well. And yeah, holler at your girl.
Yeah. So my Facebook page is Emma Johnson, as well as Renee Johnson LinkedIn. So I go by both names.
My name, you can catch me, Dr. Afrier Randall, everything. It's so hard to spell, so you're going to have to look it up. You can Google me, give us free, but I'll try to make it simpler one day. But right now, Dr. Afrier Randall.
Yes.
Twitter,
Yes.
IG, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Holla. Absolutely. Shout out to our studio audience. Thank you, everybody, once again for joining us. Ladies first episode in the bag. We'll see you guys all in 2 weeks.
Yes, come back. Good job, ladies.